Our final speaker for the night, her name is Katie Greenman. She's a junior majoring in Peace and Justice Studies and Child Development. Now, Katie's charge is simple. Why can't we be friends? It's a great question. But it's not about some vision for world peace, although it could address some of the things getting in the way. This is about the question of when we all spend so much time sitting together in large rooms, lecture halls, dining halls, walking past each other on the sidewalk, studying together in small rooms, quiet rooms. Why is it, Katie asks, that most of us feel so disconnected from each other? So I just want to extend a little challenge to you. Let's enjoy this talk. This is the last talk of the evening. Let's enjoy it, but let's do it together. Look around at the people sitting next to you and behind you, in front of you, who you might not know. Make a plan, not now, but file away the intention to make a connection, say hello after the talk. But for now, please direct your attention down to the stage, release your inhibitions, and give it up for Katie Greenman.
I saw a bunch of people put their arms around each other. That was fantastic. You can hold hands during this. That's so fine. So, you know that stuck feeling you get around specific people that you really want to reach out to or talk to? Like, you may be attracted to them, be crushing or interested in just them as a person, but either way, you begin drafting that perfect line to say or an excuse to text them or some reason to just connect with this person until at some point you decide, okay, never mind, I'm just not going to do it. The timing wasn't right, there'll be other opportunities, they probably weren't really into it anyways. Whatever the rationale, you had this impulse to reach out to a specific person and you ended up just giving it up. Why? In a survey of 470 Tufts students, of which, how many people here took a survey? It was 10 questions long, super quick this week. It was going around like crazy over Facebook. You're the best. 470 people at Tufts took that survey. This is the theme. And 90% of us said that we wish we reached out more day to day at Tufts University. I'm a part of that percentage. Before coming to Tufts, I wasn't used to not reaching out. I grew up on an island of the Florida Keys where, being a touristy place, in my experience, it was our culture to be friendly. You talk to anybody and everybody, that's just what we do. Freshman year, first semester at Tufts was like that, where you're giving out your name and number like freebies. But come second semester, when groups were more established, I started to get this, why can't we be friends anxiety. It was so much harder to reach out to people in my immediate group. Usually you'd say hi at the res, and they'd say hi back, and you'd take it from there. But all of a sudden, there was like this element of strategy and certain norms we had to follow. For example, if you want to meet someone, you can't just knock on their dorm door. You have to go to where they are and make it seem natural and cool, like it happened on accident. 2. Something not like the Florida Keys. You don't say hi to strangers on the sidewalk. It just weirds them out. It's never an open for conversation. And 3, if you meet someone drunk but don't acknowledge each other sober the next time, just pretend it never happened. And 4, if you get somebody's digit that you're really excited about, you need to strategically wait a couple of days and never double text. Keep things short and simple. Being new to these norms in my own life, I started to feel extremely constrained and limited when it came to socializing with people that I was really interested in. It was like there was a right and a wrong way to just be with human beings. This theme of human connectedness became the topic of everything college for me. The classes I took, the conversations I had, the people I reached out to. I made it my mission to force myself through that stuck feeling, no matter when it was, including really awkward situations, just to see what was possible. And through these conversations and personal social experiments, I found 3 things. These are all the questions I was asking myself, by the way, throughout this process of feeling insecure and lonely, like, what do I do? Where do I go? What do I wear? Do I talk to their friend? Do I talk to the person next to them? Or do I talk to the person directly? You know, the insecurities that we go through. But the findings that it led me to on this journey were A, contrary to the stereotype that Bostonians are cold, nearly every single person I reached out to on campus or off campus was completely open to meeting a new friend and having this kind of conversation. B, Everybody knew exactly what I was talking about when I explained that stuck feeling that you have around someone you're interested in. And see, the large majority were in the same boat as I was, feeling frustrated by this lack of connectedness and exhausted by the limitations we set around ourselves. In the survey, 86% of students, of the 470 students who took the survey, said that they felt alone at some point during our Tufts experience. How the heck do we get to the point of actually experiencing loneliness when we have 5,000 people at our fingertips every day? As humans, we're a social species, and we need to belong and feel like we belong with the people around us. We need to feel valued, like we matter and we contribute. In psychology, we talk about psychosocial dwarfism, this syndrome that you get if you're deprived of love, where you physically stop growing. People can stop physically growing. They don't produce the hormone to grow their bodies if they feel emotionally neglected or not a part of those around them. And Maslow's hierarchy of social, this is what it's like at Tufts University when 86% of us feel like we're alone. And on Maslow's hierarchy of social needs, belongingness is one of the 5 fundamental needs we all share. So why do we make it so hard to connect with one another? Part of it is because it's scary, hence the reason I'm stumbling. I'm out here being vulnerable, sharing something that I'm so passionate about in front of 200 people that could be nothing in your eyes. It's scary to put ourselves out there, to risk ourselves, to risk being rejected by these people that we just want to belong with. Especially in college, when for the first time many of us don't have older siblings or certain reputations as a reference for the people around us. It's just who we are, plain and simple, connect with me or not. So by making up these norms that we follow, those rules about being drunk or not being drunk or saying hi or not saying hi, we make it a lot safer. There are certain methods we get to follow that have proven effective in the past. The problem is we keep setting up more and more strategies and norms and boundaries between ourselves and those around us. More reasons why we get stuck and stay stuck and don't push through it. And the cost is not only are we missing out on potential friendships or relationships or networks and allies, but that Tufts University isn't nearly the community that it could be. Think about the groups where you feel like you're a part. They're your friend circles or certain clubs or classes that you take. It's in these environments where ideas are endless. Collaboration is so exciting, the momentum is bouncing around, and the energy is just contagious between the people around you. You pay attention better, you drink less, you learn more, and you participate more in places where you feel like you belong. So imagine how much more we can achieve as a college community if this is how it felt on an even greater level. 90% of us shouldn't wish we reached out more, we should just do it all the time, wherever we are when we have that impulse. How? By being aware of what holds us back in the first place. In psychology, we talk about the self-fulfilling prophecy, that if you believe something to be true, you act in a way that makes it true. For example, I'm an underclassman getting a sandwich, and there's a senior standing next to me. I've seen him around, but I don't know much about him. But I do know that because they're a senior, they're pretty dang cool, or think they're cool. They know a lot of information I don't know, and they're probably leaving in a couple of months, so they're uninterested and unavailable for any new relationships. I have no idea who this person is next to me, what their life story is like, but I automatically throw these assumptions on them, and the impact is that I don't reach out even though the initial impulse was to make this new friend. And the cost is I just totally forgone some relationship. Who knows what was possible? Same process, different example. You're at a school event and you see a freshman that you've seen at a similar school event in the past. No idea who they are, but you wanted to reach out, and then you realize, wait, they're freshmen. They're probably flaky and immature. They're going to pretend like they know something, and they're not going to be very dependable if I need something. The same process goes for professors who we think are uninterested in our lives or too busy with their research to care about what's going on for us. Or people on the T who, even though we're like, hey, I know that song they're listening to on the iPod, but we don't ask them, even though we wanted to in the first place. 85% of us in the survey said that we often regret not reaching out to a person even though you wanted to. This could be you in line for coffee, wanting to reach out to a person and then deciding against it, having a regret later. So for the majority of us, something isn't working if we get to the point of feeling lonely, feeling lonely, or regretful for not reaching out to people. something isn't working, if we're unintentionally sabotage giving and getting the one thing that we all kind of want and need, and that's just to feel connected. So, if we could notice the assumptions that we have, the strategies that we're trying to adhere to, the norms that we try and make up, and all the things that we believe about the people around us, even if we don't know them, and we tore them down, then we could be with and get to know these people and appreciate them for exactly as the individuals that they are. Not surprising at Tufts University, 94% of people who took the survey said that they would be open to a new friendship if someone reached out to them. This includes 90% of seniors, 99% of juniors, 91% of sophomores, and 94% of freshmen. There's no reason we can't be friends. No reason we should limit ourselves to these norms and strategies that we put up and these restrictions that we put between the people around us. There's no reason we should feel lonely or regretful. So notice what holds you back in the moments when you are holding back. And reach out, because chances are they'll likely reach back.